Hi everybody, it's Ashley from sellmycomicbooks.com and I'm wearing this ridiculous shirt, which means it's time for another edition of Jump or Dump. First book this week is Fantastic Four #1 and we're telling you to jump on this. It's been languishing on dealer walls and $10,000 bins for a while. This book is expensive, it's early, it's 1961, and it has not been selling, mainly because the movies have been so badly received, with good reason, because they've been terrible. But there's lots of rumors that Marvel will take them on again the way that they took on Spider-Man again, and maybe come to a deal with, I think it's Paramount have got the license to Fantastic Four movies, and actually make a good movie, which will relaunch this book. There's a lot of action on early Fantastic Four issues as well. There's #4 is the first Silver Age Submariner appearance, and #5 is the first appearance of Doctor Doom. So there's a lot of optimism about Fantastic Four, and I think a rising tide is lifting all boats. #1 is looking like it's been picking up about 20% in value in the last year or 18 months, and that's after being like flat for years. So get on this now while you can. It still looks like a good deal. Remember, this is the book that started the Marvel Age of Comics, and a good VG copy can cost you about the same as an X-Men, which is about a few years later. So get your copy now while you still can. Next book in our roundup this week is Batman Adventures 12, the first appearance of Harley Quinn, and we're saying dump it! Dump it, I tell you! The Suicide Squad movie was so poorly received, and let's face it, most of us didn't even make it all the way through that thing, that the Harley Quinn activity, almost any book that had Harley Quinn on the cover was going crazy. It's all gone dead, and people are dumping their copies all over the place. The price on this book is down, down, down. Let me give you an example. A year ago, a copy of Batman Adventures 12 would have cost you about $1,900 in 9/8. Most recent sale was $1,286, so that's a big loss of about 35%. A 9/6, $823 a year ago, just sold for $750. That's not too bad, but it's still not good. And a 9/4, $628, now down to $560. It's dropping 10 to 20, 30%, depending on the grade. Get out of this book now while you can. Cash it in and put the money into something better. Maybe the next book. The next book is DC Comics Presents #26. That is the first appearance of the new Teen Titans, and we're saying jump! Get on it now, fast, quick. It's going up and up. So this book is the affordable way to get a piece of Teen Titans. The original first appearance of New Teen Titans was Brave and the Bold 54 and Brave and the Bold 60. Both of those books are really expensive right now. But this is a Copper Age comic book from a run of Superman teaming up with various people. And this was actually just a support to that title. But New Teen Titans' first appearance, it's pretty hot actually. In 9/8, I think the book is around $690 to $700. Actually, the most recent sale was $725. That's up over $100 from a year ago. Just be a little cautious, because this is a Copper Age book from like 1980, early Copper Age, late Bronze Age. There are lots of these around, so don't let your standards slip. Look for a 9/8 with white pages and enjoy the ride. Next book this week is Walking Dead #1. Everyone's favorite show where nothing ever happens except for one person dying every week. And Walking Dead is now between seasons, which means we're in the sort of summer slump for this book. We're saying, dump it! Dump it! Throw it to the zombies! This thing is cold, especially in high grade for some reason. There are lots of these books around. I know it had a reputation for being a pretty low print run, but there are over 2,200 copies in the CGC census. And there's no shortage of 9/8s or 9/6s, so if you're coming to sell yours, you'll find that it's losing about $100 a month. That means sell it now, Ash. I've still got mine. Seriously though, when you look down the grades at 9.0, 9.2, there's still a little bit of upward pressure, but that cannot last. When people realize that a 9.6 will soon cost about the same as a 9.4, they're going to dump all their copies, and so this book is really cold. Get rid of yours right now. Next book this week is Batman 181, and the only thing hotter than Batman 181 is the villainess who appears in this, Poison Ivy. She's super smoking hot, and so is the book. Okay, Poison Ivy was done by Uma Thurman back in the 90s, but we really want to forget about that, right, guys? But there's a lot of rumor that she's going to be the next villainess in the DC universe in one of the very few movies which are coming out soon. Let's see what are prices doing on this book. If you can afford it, I would recommend going for something like an 8590. All those are between $1,000 and $2,000 each, and there really is nothing but upward pressure on this book. I'm going to give you a couple of examples of sales. We've seen a sale in 8.0 recently of $1,260 versus $1,100 a year ago. Another sale of $800 on a 7.0 versus $570 a year ago. So you can see this book is really red hot. It's a particularly tough book in higher grade because of the bright red cover. And when you're buying a copy, if you're buying a non-CGC copy, make sure that the little poster is in the middle. The pin-up of Batman and Robin is often missing. About half the books we receive in the office have missing that poster, and that means it's incomplete qualified, so you don't want to end up with one of those. Definitely one to invest in and hang on to, because if this is just going to keep going up, and it's a pretty rare book in grades above 8.0. Final book this week is a red-hot book. It is Detective Comics 880, which is a classic Joker cover by Jock. Fantastic cover image. It's caught on fire lately, and we're saying, dump it, dump it, dump it. Why would we say dump a comic that's so hot right now? Well, the real reason is there are just too many of them around. When we look at the date, it's a 2011 book. We all know that modern comic books are bought and bagged and boarded and just kept in perfect shape, which means there are a bunch of these out there. People are catching on. There's a ton of these now going into the CGC census, which means that the ones that are out there are going to start to fall in value as more and more of these things come to market. It's really a book that has nowhere to go but down, so get rid of yours now and take the profit and run. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Jump or Dump. Share this video everywhere you can, Facebook, all over the internet. Send it to your friends in an email, whatever it takes. Let's get the message out there. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and please visit our website, which is www.sellmycomicbooks.com. See you next time on Jump or Dump.